Why am I not finding this show?
What's up, everybody? This is Alpha Podrants. How you guys doing?
I am doing good. Like 2 thumbs up. If I had a third or even a fourth arm, I would do an additional 2 more thumbs up.
Something you could use. I'm doing great so far.
Me too. All right. So I'm Lucas. To my right is Lou.
Hello.
Bored all day. Is that what you want to be called? Just a
That's what I
seaweed
am.
and there's Jim up
Can't you
there.
use a real human's name?
Fine. No,
And just a little
I'm
thing about me, like, says Lucas John. Yeah, my name's Lucas John. So, being named Luke in the 80s, I was definitely associated with Star Wars a lot. So, everyone would come up to me. But my name is Lucas John. So, Jean-Luc, Lucas John. I was like, no. Star Wars, it sucks. Star Trek is better. Plus, my dad was a Star Trek guy,
Oh,
so-
no.
So that's your real name? What happened?
We could
What
debate
just-
which is better, but I like both, with Star Wars being the more superior show.
You're stupid and I
Show?
hate you.
It's a couple movies. I mean,
No.
Well, there- there are-
No. We've
there
got
are some-
shows.
Yeah, we got shows now, like The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett. We have the upcoming Cassian
I did like
Andor.
The Mandalorian. I did like
Yeah.
that. I mean,
But this is not
What
that
do you want me to
topic. We'll start Star Trek. And
No,
go
it
wherever
sure
else.
is. It sure is that topic. That's just
So
that
what-
Star
what's
Wars
up
is
with this,
garbage. Sorry, go ahead.
it's for little kids. I mean, he punked out. He punked out at the end because, right? He had to put the Ewoks and stuff in because people wanted merchandising
Yeah,
things
I
like that.
did like the Ewoks.
But he didn't
Well,
want to
let's
have
be-
those. That was supposed to be all big, Chewbacca's, right? Anyway,
I mean, let's be real. Isn't everything about merchandising these days?
Yeah.
That's the
Richard,
problem
there's
with
no
Star
cats
Trek.
in space.
Well, I
That's
mean,
what-
S-
Star Trek
got-
has that problem because they can't. They don't really make toys that are merchandisable.
Well, I mean, like we are still on the topic of Star Trek, kind of, but in Star Wars, the content that they have there, whether it be the Porgs from The Last Jedi, the Ewoks, or just any of the various toys like the Millennium Falcon or the Slave One, or as it's known now, the Fire Spray, which I think is a stupid name, but I'm sorry, I get very passionate when it comes to Star Wars.
I just realized we're still talking about Star Wars, and that's why I tuned
But
out.
no, it's just my
I
whole
hate Star
point.
Wars.
My whole point of bringing this up is that the stuff that exists within Star Wars is far easier to like capitalize on and create toys.
Hey,
and
Charles.
and all that stuff. With Star Trek, it's a little more difficult.
I have something so
Well,
much
it's
better
more
than
into-
Star Wars.
they have more things like people have been dressing up in Star Trek for so long. I mean, the conventions and things. They come out with the phasers and things. People are going to buy those. They know that the people who are the fan base is going to grasp
Yeah,
for
but
all
that
that
stuff is primarily used for the community itself, specifically the cosplayers. But in Star Wars, it's more generalized and it's more accessible for people that may or may not even be cosplayers. Like
Time
the
out.
toys are, yeah.
Yeah, this is the meetup to go fuck your mom in the ass, K-Fur. Go fuck
Great.
yourself.
Jeez.
Can you take his
No,
retro-
it's
so I
not
can-
a
so
everybody.
I can block his
podcast.
ass?
It's not a true podcast until Lou starts mouthing off to the community.
All right, so you guys want to see something though?
Sure,
While
yeah.
I am talking my shit about Star Wars, which I hate because Star Wars is for dorks and jerks, Lou. I will admit when
So's your purple shirt.
I see, what are you, fucking my son? My 11-year-old comes up to me. That's not your color, Dad. Get that shirt off. I will admit when my beloved Star Wars looks a little weak, and I would like to share with you guys this commercial
Boy.
for Paramount
Matrix.
Mountain. I've heard this is the Super Bowl commercial.
Yes. Oh God.
Oh, this stupid thing that they be playing on Twitter every time you're scrolling through.
Back on Paramount Mountain, where entertainment lives.
Something's coming.
What is that?
Oh God.
It's the bucket of water from Flash.
See, he looks Spocky without his beard on. Not this again.
Yeah.
What is that? Who's the football man?
Oh my God. They killed Kenny.
And then who's the cowboy?
Bastards.
That's probably a play on Yellowstone.
Is that 18 something to something show?
I
Well,
think so. Yeah, I think so.
it ranges. It's how that works is Yellowstone is
Gross.
the father, and then everything after that will be the prequel. So Yellowstone will have like 3 to 4 prequels leading up
Shut
to
the fuck
Yellowstone.
up.
Yellowstone?
This is called Yellowstone Podrants.
It's actually a good show.
Well, anywho, let's get to the meat of the conversation, which is Star Trek.
Please, dear Lord, and
Yeah.
please, Charles, tell me what the hell does Qapla' mean?
Quapla. It's basically a.
I saw that on your thing.
It's like a cheer from the Klingons where they win in a battle or something really exciting
to
or
victory.
honorable happen to victory. Basically, it's like Qapla'. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Kaplunk. Let's do it.
Not Kaplunk, Qapla'.
Okay.
I like the
Achoo.
Yeah, and I
also,
also
this leads into something that I wanted to know. So here's a little question for everybody. It's a 2-part question.
okay.
What is your favorite species from Star Trek that you know of? I know not everyone's seen every show all the way
I got
through.
an answer for this.
And also, there's 2 parts. There's 2 parts. What species, if you could change, would you change into right now? But there's a parameter. No Q continuum and no changelings. Just because that could be
There goes my
anybody-
answer.
with a
I was like,
changeling, you
that's
can
easy,
become
changeling.
anything or anybody. It's in
Okay.
a Q. It's the same kind of thing. We could do anything. So anyway,
Okay, all right. I have an answer to this. My favorite race in Star Trek is the Andorians. I like the Andorians the most. Specifically, I like their culture. I think the antennae are pretty cool.
yeah, I was gonna say
I also like the mixture between the white hair and the blue skin. I think they look good too. Also, Thylax Shran from Enterprise is a fucking badass. And
Yeah,
of course,
Shran
he's
is
played.
awesome.
Of
Good
course,
character.
he is played by the amazing Jeffrey Combs, who
Yes,
has played
yes.
so many characters in Star Trek for years.
Wei Yun, great character. I mean,
Oh yeah, Liquidator Brunt.
Quark!
But would you make love to an Andorian?
Oh yeah, their women are hot.
Is it the blue paint?
Well, I mean, there was an Andorian woman that was flirting with one of the crew of the Enterprise in Enterprise,
Yeah.
and I thought she was hot. Yes, I admit I'm a pervert. Okay. Well,
You like the attitude, though. You like a little bit of
oh yeah,
aggression.
I found
Yeah,
the
yeah.
culture of the Andorians to be very fascinating. Yeah.
And their hatred towards the Vulcans, and that's an interesting parallel
And
in Enterprise.
And to be honest, I actually understood I actually thought the Andorians were in the right because the Vulcans were basically being stuck up assholes.
Well,
Yeah.
they have to deal with the rest of us, so maybe they feel like
Yeah.
whatever they need to do to get us is okay.
Yeah, but no, it's
How
just the
that goes.
Andorians I like. I do have a lot of there are some secondary.
So you would be an Andorian then?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
That's both answers. All right,
Yeah.
all right, sweet.
Yeah.
How about Lou?
Yes, please, because I'm Googling Star Trek species.
I can't answer that. I'm gonna be truthful. I never really watched the Next Generation, Deep Space
Okay,
Nine,
I'm
or
gonna
Enterprise.
Oh, so you have
I'm more. I enjoy the show.
original?
Fuck the original. That shit was garbage.
Fuck you.
I enjoyed the movies.
Classic, dude. Classic.
I'm gonna answer for Lou.
I can't. I have a problem watching. I can't watch the
Old
original
stuff.
trilogy of Star Wars because I know the technology's old. So it makes it hard for me to stay.
I mean,
in
that's
tune.
all I will watch of Star Wars, other than Mandalorian. I mean,
So, but
the prequel trilogy has its.
I
has
do
its
like the
moments.
Klingons because they're ruthless.
Yeah.
although I will say the prequel trilogy is the thing that made people not call me Luke Skywalker anymore. So that was very nice. I do like that. Thank you, George Lucas.
People talk shit about the prequels, but the prequels weren't that bad if you actually pay
Okay,
attention.
we are going on Star Wars again.
But this is the out.
What?
It's sci-fi. This is like a sci-fi podcast, so it doesn't matter. We could dabble everywhere. Did you watch The Expanse?
Yes, I watched The
Not
Expanse.
you.
Oh, The
Lucas.
Expanse. Me, a little bit. I started watching that. It was. It just took a long time to get through. I think It's,
Yes, it's one of those shows but it's so good.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I haven't seen The Expanse, but you know what I did see? Star Trek Picard, season fucking 1, and season 2 comes out tomorrow.
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you
that's
guys
right.
think? Because I really don't have an answer to you. I think it might. I like those big-eared dudes. What are they called? The quarks?
The Ferengi.
The Ferengis. Yeah, I like the
Oh, okay.
Ferengis. I like the Andorians. I like the Vulcans and their counterparts. And what was Kirstie Alley's species? Because she wasn't
Wasn't
she like
she-
some kind of like.
I thought she was a Vulcan.
Yeah, she
That's
was a
what-
Vulcan.
was she?
Yeah, she was a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must be thinking of a
Oh no,
different
no! She
character.
was I think she was a Romulan. That was
A Romulan
posing
Vulcan?
as a Vulcan.
Well, Romulans are basically Vulcans. They're like distant
Yeah, yeah.
cousins.
Whichever species has the god power is the one I'll be, and my favorite is the humans because that's what I am.
Are you
Good
talking
answer.
about? Are you talking about why does God need a starship?
Nope.
Oh,
Wait,
that
let's
guy.
get to Luke.
He kind of
before,
looks
though.
like him.
I almost segued just to get us out of the expanse, but Luke, you have an answer to this too, right? Your favorite species? And
Oh my!
you want to
favorite
be a
species.
tribble?
But Lou, I can
Everyone
definitely
loves him.
see you being a pack led.
I don't like the name of that, so fuck you.
Looks more like Pac-Man to me.
You help us.
We have
Our
you
ship
here
no
with
go.
prize.
Oh god, bro, take this fucking clown's fucking wrench away. Please. I want to eliminate.
So, Lucas, what
paper.
species would you be?
Oh man! See, I thought about a mixture actually. I would like to be probably part Beta Z, just because they can kind of read
A
minds.
beta?
Like
That
A beta's
Well,
a
I'm an
that's
alpha,
not
but-
so
betazoid.
alt-righty of you. I thought you
they're
watched that
species.
Compound Media and you're.
Their species was betazoids, but
Betazoid, yeah.
yeah, I just
From
I don't
Betazoid.
I don't think they would be a good race to be. It's just because
But that, and
Yeah.
then half, it would be an interesting mix. But Romulan, I kind of like the Romulans, even though they're just because they're related to the Vulcans, but they got that extra bit. They feel they are devious. They're
Like
smart,
transsexuals.
quick.
That's
They they live for a long time, so you get a lot of shit done. I don't know.
well, I mean, they have the same lifespan as a Vulcan, which is like roughly about 200 years. But
God damn.
no, it's just with the Romulans, I thought they were pretty cool. Of course, I'm actually kind of ashamed to admit that for the longest time when I started to get into Star Trek, I actually didn't know who the Romulans were. I didn't even know what they looked like. And I had no idea that they even looked like Vulcans. I had no idea. I thought they were something else entirely. My first, the first time I ever saw a Romulan in their full glory was in the movie Nemesis.
The movie, yeah.
Yeah,
Like you said, that was the first thing you saw, right? Yeah.
Yep, that was the first one I ever watched.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just that was like, wait, those are the Romulans? Those are fucking Vulcans.
Yeah.
But then when I started to watch the TV shows, I was like, oh, they're distant cousins. Yeah.
And you get a lot of that in Deep Space Nine too. They're
Oh, yeah.
around.
Yeah, like for example, Senator Vreenak, it's a fake.
I thought you were going in a
Yes.
different direction. I thought you were ending that word differently. It's a fake.
Yeah, which for the record, that episode of Deep Space Nine, like
It was delicious, wasn't it?
Shut up.
Yummy.
Mm.
It's just like
you got it, Lou. You gotta give it a chance. You gotta just put it on in the background. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
that
like
whole-
you just
that
you
whole
put Star Trek on and just let it go, and then there's an episode, and you're like, oh,
Nope.
dude.
But to be honest,
This
with you,
episode is
like
amazing.
I know we're going.
I'm
into, like,
watching
Deep Space-
Picard and Discovery.
Yeah, but
All
in the
that
whole-
other- That old shit, like, bro, I shit you not, because I believe it's on Netflix. Voyager.
Mhm.
I put Voyager on and it's like, man, I can't get through this.
I fucking love Voyager.
I
actually
like
had a-
Voyager. When Voyager aired, fuck, I don't remember, but I remember I stopped watching because I really started partaking more in the streets
Mhm.
because I was a teenager at that time, so that
Yeah,
teenage
yeah,
life
yeah.
dominated more than sci-fi life.
You were out there pimping hoes.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but for me, it's just with Voyager. I actually had more of a hard time going through Voyager than I did with Deep Space Nine. With Deep Space Nine, after like it was a certain episode in season 1 called Duet. After that episode, I was sold all the way to the end. Like Duet had this whole dialogue between Nana Visitor's character and then a guest star played by Harris Yulin, and they had this whole dialogue between the two of them. And Harris Yulin's character went on this whole rant about his justifications for the atrocities that he allegedly committed, and it is fucking criminal that he did not win an award for that performance. It was probably some of the best acting that I had ever seen on a television show.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like he was talking about how he was trying to justify genocide, and it was just riveting as hell to watch that episode. And every time I start a marathon of Deep Space Nine, I am always looking forward to watching 3 episodes: Duet, The Quickening, and In the Pale Moonlight. Those are my 3 favorite episodes out of the entirety of the show.
You want to know how many
Really? In the Pale
episodes?
Moonlight.
Yeah, In the Pale Moonlight was a fucking amazing episode.
Is that the writer one?
That's the one where Cisco is doing that whole captain's log where he is explaining his actions to get the Romulans to enter the war.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Quickening is the episode where Bashir and Dax go to that planet where those aliens are affected by the disease.
I remember that, yeah.
Light. Yeah.
Really? That episode, huh? Wow.
Oh my god, I fucking love that episode. First time I ever watched it, I didn't think I was going to like it, and then after it got to a certain point where Bashir was like administering his drug to try to cure them, and everybody fucking died, I was like, oh my fucking god.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
It's been out for years. If you haven't seen
And
it
for
by now, it's on
Bashir,
YouTube.
that's such a smash to his ego. Just Mr. I'm, and at that point, I don't know. I'm not sure we know he's an augment, but
my favorite quote in that entire episode is when Bashir, like right after all those people that he was experimenting on had died, he said, "Oh, there's no cure. I'll never find it." And Jadzia basically just shoots that shit down and says, "It's not arrogant to think that you to not find the cure yourself. It's arrogant to think that there is no cure just because you couldn't find it."
Can't find it. Yeah.
I
She
fucking
gives him a
love.
little bang.
I love that quote.
That's
Oh
the
my
thing.
God.
There are moments that, and I think you're right about the acting in Star Trek can sometimes be so compelling, and when it crosses with that great writing, oh my God, it's perfect. It feels perfect sometimes. You're like, wow, that was incredible, and it's funny because people get mad about with Discovery with the currents or what they're putting in it. Oh, these modern
the woke
things
shit.
that
Go
all the
fuck
woke
yourself
shit.
with the woke shit.
Okay, all right.
But
On the subject
Star
of
Trek has always been right on top of all the subjects that are kind of pressing at the time.
Yeah.
No matter when it was made, that's what it's always kind of been about.
And
hell,
this one is not that woke.
The original series is the first ever show to ever have an interracial kissing scene ever at the time period.
Didn't Lucy and Desi kiss? And Lucy and Desi are the ones who brought Star Trek
Desi.
to the world.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But
Yeah,
didn't
but
they
no,
kiss
no,
on I
I'm-
Love Lucy? They're interracial.
I'm only familiar with.
Latinos don't count, huh, Charles?
I never watched I Love Lucy, so I don't
Cubans?
fucking know.
Lucy, I'm home.
But
That's
no,
appropriation, though.
it's just the only thing I was familiar with was the kissing scene between Kirk and Uhura. That's it.
What the hell? They kiss in the movies too.
Oh, they probably mean the first black on white interracial, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Yes, they kissed in the movies. I get that, but I'm
And what
talking
the
about.
fuck? Kirk was fucking
That's why.
green chicks.
You know, I'm
I'm
probably
talking-
wrong about this.
I'm
Yeah, he
talking
was.
about the original series, which came out before the movies.
Yeah, but
And I
before
was
that,
talking about Kirk just fucking everything and anything.
I think that's a common misconception because looking back on it, I don't think it happened as often as everyone said it did.
Bro, there's a
I'm
lot
gonna-
of
There was a
off-screen
couple instances.
sex.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip my terrible joke and go back to something Lucas said about the rich storytelling and all this shit. That's what I feel about Discovery, to be honest. To me, I've said it to these guys. I don't think they agree with me at all, but it's my favorite Star Trek show, period, at this point. It was becoming, and it just keeps going that way. I wasn't a fan of season 2. But here's the thing.
But neither-
I except for Saru, I hate almost every fucking character on that show.
No.
What does
Oh,
that
really?
tell
His
you
hatred was
about...
silly,
love her?
and she
Oh,
got
fuck
kicked
off. Get out of here. I'll send you to Star Trek's Academy. You jerk.
Actually, speaking of Tilly, I have some
Does anybody know why
feeling
she
that.
left?
They're going to spin her off into a fucking Starfleet
I
Academy
hope
show.
not.
They will.
Whoa.
She'll be good there. She'll be a good character as a teacher dealing with kids. She'll
I don't
be
want
less
to watch
annoying.
that. That's like that.
I think
Howard
eventually-
If you don't want to watch that, don't watch it. It's that simple.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Fucked his wife.
I mean, anybody here watching Prodigy on Nickelodeon?
No.
Not yet. I want my kids to try to
Looks
watch
good.
it, so I'm trying.
I did, however, watch Lower Deck seasons 1 and 2, and I loved both seasons.
Couldn't do it.
I was
Couldn't do it.
getting
Watch
through
season
it.
one.
It was all right.
I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. It's just I thought I wouldn't like it because it is supposed to take place on the Prime timeline or the Prime universe. But after like watching season 1, I was excited for season 2, and I thought season 2 was even better than 1. I did.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I
It's just
hear
like
a lot of good stuff about
It's
it.
just when you go into Lower Decks, you need to like hamper your expectations because it is not your typical Star Trek show
No,
at all.
probably
No,
geared
no,
towards kids.
Yeah.
Oh no,
It's more
no.
of a Futurama-ish.
Lower
or-
Decks is not intended for children.
But like
then it's
Futurama,
Teenagers, more or less.
Yes, teenagers, yes, but children, no. Leave
Dude, it's
that
like-
shit for Prodigy.
it's like Futurama and
Futurama.
Rick and Morty. I mixed up Futurama and Rick and said Frickorama.
Yes, I would actually say that's a fair
Without the
comparison,
humor, though. Without the humor, because it's got all the timing and the beats, but yet it's just falls
Fails on the
flat.
humor.
yeah. Wow. Look, that's fine if you don't like it, but I enjoyed my time with it, and I'm looking forward to season 3.
It's good
for
for
you.
story. I'm actually... It feels to me a lot like the original series, but just that cartoon shit throws me off.
The only
little
recent Star
wacky.
Trek, the only recent Star Trek content that I do not like is Picard.
Look,
Yes.
Picard
I
season
mean-
1 had a lot of issues. The main issue is my motherfucking man got blowed up, sent back 15 fucking feet, and
That
got
was a
up and
bother.
walked like it was nothing.
That
And
was
we both know
quite the
Picard's like
bother.
90 years old.
Well, actually, I think they confirmed
He's a
that he
tough
was,
old bird.
I think they confirmed that he was in his like mid to late 80s in the show.
I don't give a fuck how old he is. That blast sent him flying, and he should have not gotten up with that. Saying, "Oh, I think I broke a hip."
No, because they were sure to establish that he's weak and frail, because they did it really well in that first running scene where he had to fucking stop every, like, few fucking feet
Yeah,
and
but
catch
then
a breath.
the blast sends him 20 feet, and
Well-
he gets up. Oh yeah, I'm a champ.
There is
Yeah.
one thing that we all know is what protected
One
him,
moment.
and he has the special power that is known as plot armor.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought you were going to say he had
Oh,
an
you mean Q?
adamantium skeleton.
Oh.
Which, I mean, look, I actually am kind of interested in season 2 because we're getting John DeLange to come back to play Q. And
Q?
he's-
Why?
And he's old now, and I think
Get
that's
it?
because he wants to mock Picard, saying like, "Oh, look at you! You got all old.
So-
So did I."
Do Q's age?
I'm wondering about that.
I guess they do now.
I guess.
Well, I mean,
look,
it has... Oh, no, it's...
I
I'm
will
thinking
watch.
of Discovery.
I will watch season 2 because I don't think it can get worse than season 1.
Oh,
One
that is gonna get
was
worse.
terrible.
It
But
was
it had to
just...
establish,
look
so
at-
now it'll
look at-
take off.
The famous thing in the morning show, Starship Troopers Part 6.
What?
I bought it on an eBay for $5.
Where
You
is that
did?
from?
I guess it's
You
sci-fi, so
obviously
it's
don't
relevant.
support your friend's shows.
That's a good thing. It's a very good thing. But Picard, listen, I enjoyed it as a story,
I
but
enjoyed it too.
to me, the weakest part, and I hate to say this, was Patrick Stewart. Because it's
He is
just
old.
so melodramatic in the acting, but actually, I think it was the writer's faults, not his, because he was just reading the fucking words as best as one could.
And acting him,
Yeah.
he's a phenomenal actor, so we know that.
Mhm.
But I mean, we can say the same thing for Discovery season 2. Season 2 wasn't the best.
I still haven't finished it to this day.
I still say season
Really?
2 was better than
I
season
hated
1.
it. It was just whiny,
Yes,
whiny monologue one after another. That fucking
I
season.
think
That
that's
seems
when
to be
you
what
really
they're doing
started
with
to
it.
hate Tilly more.
They're still doing that though. With the, I mean, it's always there's a lot of action, but there's always this like
Michael with some fucking dilemma.
Michael, or now it's the
boyfriend.
scientist there, the Ryzen guy. I mean, he's
Parker.
he's getting all dramatic now, and it's all. But also, like when the president announces that, oh, you know, Navarre and Earth may be in trouble, and then afterwards it's like, you could have said it with me. Why'd you let me do it? Well, you're the president, and blah blah blah. But it's just like all this like. Why did you go? Why did you do that? It's not as much about, oh, hey, great job at saving the ship and blah blah blah. It's like, oh, but I still feel so bad about everything that just happened.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I
it's
still
just
think it's
in that way,
time.
it's a little plotting. It's like, oh man, okay.
Well, I mean, I think we have only one person to blame for that type of writing, and that
I didn't. Oh, okay.
and that, my friends, is because of Alex Kurtzman.
Kirkman is not a writer.
I thought you were going to
And
blame
he is
Alec
the guy
Baldwin.
in charge of the show.
Okay, but he's not writing the paper.
He,
That's
every
just true.
whatever is created in the writings room has to go through him before it gets
Okay,
approved.
but you know,
Chopping stuff
it
up.
could
and
look
going,
good on
"Mm."
paper. How it transforms on scene is different. And remember, television doesn't do a lot of retakes. Everything is 1 to 2 takes, and they move on to the next scene.
Yeah,
Because they film a television show literally 7 to 8 days. and
Yeah,
then
they have a
start filming the
schedule to
next
keep.
episode. So it
Yeah,
ain't like
yeah.
a movie.
oh no, I never
Just
said it
keep
was.
Doing
I'm
it
just
over
saying,
and over.
Look, it's just, I mean, I will admit that Alex Kurtzman, whatever he's done with the show, it is clearly working, because I've been enjoying season 3 and now season 4 more than seasons 1 and 2.
The only issue I had with season 4 was that useless fucking break we got.
Oh yeah, the
That was
fucking
weird.
the hiatus.
So
yeah,
if you were gonna do that break, then why didn't you just insert Picard there?
I
Let
actually
Picard
know the
run
reason why
5
they did that.
episodes. Please
I
enlighten
read-
me.
I read all about it. I forgot though. It was a morning.
oh come on,
I read
Bro,
it and learned it,
you
and I
know what?
completely
Can't
forgot.
do that.
Fuck yourself with your purple shirt and your purple hat.
Sorry.
You cannot do that shit. Man.
Well, it's done.
you-
It's done,
you-
brother. The fucking
You
cat's out
beat
the
our
bag.
hopes up
It's
to
all
like
over.
high levels,
That's
and
why
then you
your
just
fucking
tear it
beard
all
is
down.
uneven.
You asshole.
Listen, Lou, why don't you just tell me how horrible I am on your fucking Lou show Friday?
No, you're actually the
sure he
best
will.
thing in the morning and the faggots podcast.
Oh, thanks.
All them
That's a
useless-
Oh,
nice
the only
of
thing
you
I
to
gotta say is,
Let
I
me
kind
hide
of want to
behind my
break
camera.
Bruce's legs, just because Bruce's song is in my head and I can't stop, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
dude. Anyway,
He lives inside of us now.
I don't
Oh,
know who
no.
this Bruce guy is.
You're
but
good,
I'm
better
gonna-
off that way. Don't watch
Yes.
any of the shows on
No.
this network. Just stick with this one. Let's Fly. What do you guys think about Let's Fly?
I think it's
Michael's.
I don't have a problem
I
with
hate
it.
it.
I don't
like
at
Peter
all.
Pan.
Because
It was
each captain except for Cisco, had their own thing that they said.
Yeah, but
before
starships
they-
don't have wings, Charles.
What do they do through space? Oh my god!
Glide. They float.
Zoom off.
I'm not being. I'm not. That's
Okay.
not what it looks
They
like. Don't
fly.
screenshot
All right.
this.
This
That's
leads into
not
something.
flying. Don't you need air to
Okay,
fly?
Hitler.
It's not what
What
I'm
would
doing.
your phrase be?
What would
My phrase would be.
Can someone refresh my memory on what was Captain Kirk's phrase?
It's something from Peter Pan. I can't remember what, but it's like
That was
first
in
part-
one of the movies,
It was like
second
first-
star to the right, straight on till morning.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
And then, of course,
it's hanging to the left and a little what?
and then, of
What?
course, Picard had two things. He had make it so, and he had engage.
Engage.
Make
Um,
it so.
Janeway, I don't know what she had. I don't remember.
I'm a lady.
But
This coffee. Let's
oh
go.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cisco, as far as I know, he spent most of his time on the station itself, so he didn't say anything.
Well, he wasn't really a
Yeah.
captain. What? Well, are
He
you a
did.
captain?
He was
Did he-
eventually promoted to the rank of captain, but that was not until the beginning.
But for what reason? Aren't you basically running a mall? Isn't that his job? He's the manager of a giant mall.
I think the reason why he was promoted is because he de-escalated a situation involving the Dominion, and he saved a lot of lives.
Oh, well, that's
in the process.
understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Well-
stop a fucking riot and let's promote you to captain.
No. If he had failed in what he was trying to do, the war with the Dominion would have happened a hell of a lot earlier than it did.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. So he basically averted a war, and he was promoted for that. Which
That's
personally, I
nice,
think
but
he
you know
deserved.
what? What about
Yeah.
that galactic barrier?
I know what I
Oh.
would say.
Ooh.
I know what I would say. I would say, let's do it, everybody. Like Guga Foods. If you guys ever watched the
If I
guy
was
who
a
like,
Starfleet, if I was a Starfleet captain, I think the only thing I would say is I would just like sit in my captain's chair, look at the view screen, and say onwards. That's it. That's all I would really say. Just keep
say-
it
go.
Just
That's what I say.
keep it-
Go.
You know
Let's
what my
go.
phrase?
Go.
Hit it.
I'd have one or two.
Let's
Either
move. Let's
eat
move.
shit, fuck off.
No, that's not proper Starfleet words.
That's not
Lou.
part of.
That's not part of protocol.
But it's my
Yeah, but
protocol.
on the
See,
subject,
I
of
would
the
be more like a Kirk. Rebellious,
More like a
do it
jerk.
my way, and tell you to fuck off.
yeah, that's
More
not.
like a Klingon.
Oh no, yeah. Look, all right, there we go. There we have it. That's Lou's
What, the
race.
Klingon
He's
nipples?
going to be
Oh.
clean on. He's clean on.
You didn't want to say it, did you?
I said it. I said, I like the Klingons. They're fucking.
Oh, you do like okay. You're Worf. Oh,
Nah, he was a pussy.
Oh,
Why
don't
is
ever-
Worf not in Picard? Does anybody else feel that to be a slight? That's one of my notes.
I've
here.
heard.
Everyone could show up.
I've heard rumors that
Could.
Michael Dorn is in negotiations to come back.
Yes, but he's the one that's been pushing this TNG extension, any kind of extension of TNG, forever and ever and ever and ever. And here we are. And I get it, it's Picard, but
But
I
see,
feel like they just should have made him integral right away.
Well, maybe
Make
they
him-
just want to shelve the character. I mean, we've already delved into him so much that.
And they can't make him Picard's wine boy. That might be racist. Like, working in the fields on the fucking wine plantation.
think
That
Worf
wouldn't
would
work out
like
from
to-
Roots to Picard's. It would be a.
I
But
can
here's
see
the
an
problem.
old Worf stomping on grapes because that's all he can do now.
you
Getting
got
his
what is
anger
it?
out.
7 of 9. She was a Voyager character.
Yeah,
Why
she
is
was.
she here?
That was fun. I thought a fun
Okay, yes,
little
it was
the
a
twist.
Borg
little
element.
But
They
again,
had to do that.
why is 7 of? Why did Picard know 7 of 9?
He may have heard. He may have read about her in the Voyager report.
Yeah, I'm sure that was big news in Starfleet. When
You might have
Oh,
saw
yeah.
the TV series.
But he also shares. I mean, he didn't see the Next Generation, so he was a Borg
Yeah.
for a little while. Locutus of Borg. I mean, he has a common trauma with her.
Saying all
She was-
Borgs know each other. Then
Racist.
They all look alike.
you son of a bitch.
But
Yo, racism is futile.
We're over here diverging too much into faggots land.
So I
What are you
think
talking about?
Picard-
We've been talking only about Star Trek.
yep.
You-
That's
Don't
exactly
say that
what's
word.
going
That's a
on.
bad word.
no, all
Picard.
the racist talk and all this other stomping on grapes. No.
What? That's racist about stomping on grapes. That's
I'm
what the
just saying
Italians do.
he's old and retired. I mean, he can't do anything anymore. He can't.
Well, I
pick up
mean,
a bat
it
with
isn't
a-
even a part of Klingon culture that they don't really want to reach old age. They want to die
Exactly.
while they're young.
And he's always been being disgraced, Worf. You know, like you did,
Oh yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna frame
The
your
Sons
family.
of
You're
Mo.
disgraced.
The Sons of Moog, where his own brother Kern had his identity erased and he became the son of another fucking family.
Yes, yes. He didn't want to be Worf's brother anymore.
Well,
Wow.
actually,
Yeah.
that's
All right,
exactly
maybe
what
they
happened.
Because
did
of the stuff
stretch
with
his
his
story.
father.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Oh my god! And nothing.
Well, then he
ever
finds his
topped-
father later, and he finds out that he didn't do it.
See, Lou, it's not racist. He found his dad.
Yeah, but no, it's just what's his name? Crap, Gowron. Gowron. Glory to you and your house.
It's like we're just quoting lines.
I can't do the
here
guy.
and there. Let's get to a real topic.
All right, bring it forward then. Sex kapla.
This last episode of Discovery,
Oh yeah,
Come on.
talk about
we
the new
went through the big, great barrier of nothing.
look.
Which I still don't
Or
understand. I don't understand that barrier.
First and foremost, I think the galactic barrier nonsense is complete bullshit, even for Star Trek. And at the same time, I looked into it, and it looks like the galactic barrier was first introduced in the original series.
Dude,
Could it?
here's
could
the
it
thing
work?
about that. Paramount Plus literally released like a 4-minute video saying this isn't the first time we've been to the galactic barrier.
Oh no, no,
It's a little extra.
Yeah, I looked into that, and it's just like, look, even if it was introduced in Star Trek, I mean, take a look at what's actually real and what we understand about our own galaxy. There is no
Well-
galactic barrier surrounding
Well, we don't
our
know that.
galaxy.
It could be a billion
We don't know.
fucking
We don't
big
know
bangs
that. That
with
is
with
true.
void space between them. I mean, the stars are only going to stretch out so far. The reactions of the Big Bang, and between the different Big Bangs, there'd be nothing.
The
But,
Celestials didn't create, they created gaps in between.
That's my
universes.
race. I take it back. I choose Celestials.
This
You
is
were
not a
saying, Lucas?
D&D campaign.
Oh, can we do that?
D&D.
Can we get to that?
That's an
sometime?
eternal,
a Star
man.
Trek
Boss
D&D
here.
campaign.
That would be amazing.
Got an Andorian and a
You heard it, folks.
Romulan.
Coming soon, Alpha
Interesting.
Podrants. the D&D camp. I got lots of dice. Anyway, you were gonna say, Luke? It's
Well, okay, so in our own solar system, the ionosphere, right?
your solar
And
system.
once the Voyager spacecraft broke into it, they said, "Oh, it's a little different than we thought. It's a little more textured or something. It's not as void as we thought." So maybe they're sort of working off of that a little bit. Well, if there's a barrier there, then maybe at the where all the energy ends at the end of the galaxy, there might be some sort of ripple cloud thing that
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. But it's just when I saw that they brought the galactic barrier back in Discovery, the first thing that popped up into my head when I saw that, I was like, you know what? This reminds me of what Doctor Who did with the fucking moon.
What the what?
What
the
did he
moon-
do
when
to
they
it?
landed on the moon and it was like
I don't
the
watch Doctor
hospital
Who. I don't
had its
care for
own
that shit.
air tightness or something.
No. In that, I'm talking about the episode of the moon with Peter Capaldi as the Doctor,
Okay.
where they basically turned the moon into a gigantic space egg, and the egg hatched, and then the creature left, and then left a new moon behind, which was basically another egg. Yeah, it was the stupidest
What did
shit.
the egg hatch into?
Some like spacefaring alien creature.
I don't remember that one.
Not yet.
Whew.
Yeah, but no,
That's
it's
far
just-
away
Okay,
from
so-
Doctor Number 10.
No. Species 10C is Homeboy.
Oh, let's see.
That is going to be my
You think it's
wild
him?
guess. Bro,
What's his
the
name?
way
Charles?
he-
Tarka?
Oh, Tarka,
Oh.
yeah.
The way
Oh,
he
you
was
think it's Tarka's
featured-
boyfriend, Charles?
Yes.
yes.
I
But no,
think Tarka's
Lou
boyfriend.
thinks that. I don't.
You
I
don't.
Bro,
think
the way he was
It's trying
featured
to
in this
get-
last episode, it's pointing towards him.
What species was he? I don't even know. He
He
was
was a new-
10C?
No. He wasn't 10C, but he was a new alien species introduced in Discovery.
Yeah,
I know he's
that's an
10C.
interesting. I didn't think about that. I was thinking a little bit like that. I thought maybe Lorca did it himself, trying to get
Tarka.
back, trying to find or Tarka. Well, yeah, not
That's
Lorca.
why I asked if Lorca was still alive, because I actually was. I'm hoping. I was always
Lou-
hoping, but now go on.
Tarka
Sorry.
and Lorca.
Lou, I think I might actually have connected the dots, and now I see what you're seeing. Since Oros' species has never been introduced before, also he's incredibly smart, and he's a captive of the Emerald Chain, which is primarily dominated by the Orions, and the Orions are the only alien species to have contact with the Stilth, which are in the area where 10C is supposed to be.
But listen,
Well, they're somewhere in
listen
the
to what the
galactic
human
barrier.
boyfriend
Dang.
said.
So yeah,
Thanks, Data.
I
Disappeared.
act-
He couldn't be found.
I
So, he
actually
most likely
think
got
you
away.
may be right now.
They have to reveal something tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
We
How
only
many-
got tomorrow and one more to go, I believe.
Oh, so tomorrow's penultimate.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's like right there.
Yeah, but
And the
out
fact
of
that they destroyed the DMD, and
DMA.
it comes back even more powerful. That sounds like something Orko
Destroy the DMT.
Orko would fucking create.
his name is Oros.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're talking about the guy from He-Man who wears the dress.
I mean, also,
The
Don't
did,
you
little
shit
black,
on
the little
Kevin
black guy in
Costner.
He-Man who wears the dress and that big hat.
did any of you guys recognize who was wearing all that makeup playing Oros?
No.
I knew exactly who it was the second he started talking.
Who?
Osric Chow.
Who the fuck?
Oh, him? Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Osric Chow.
Osric Chow, I say.
Osric Chow was in the TV show Supernatural. He played the
Okay.
prophet Kevin. He
The
was
prophet
also
Kevin.
he
That's
was
funny.
also in the
Your
Arrowverse
play.
TV shows. He was first
It's like Life of Brian.
He was
He was
first
in the Arrowverse.
Yeah, he was first introduced in the Crisis on Infinite Earth story where he was supposed to be the guy that was going to replace Brandon Routh's character, the Atom. He was going to become the new Atom.
That's who that is.
That's Osric Chow. Yeah.
Oh, they making him a gay boy.
What the fuck,
Terrible.
dude?
That's terrible. Why would you say those things?
Why?
But no, it's just
Why'd they do it
I don't know
like
what
that?
it is. I don't know what it is. But whenever I see an actor doing prosthetic work, and if I know the actor beforehand, and I will immediately recognize their voice. I can see their face structure underneath all the makeup.
Yeah, the
I'm like,
voice is usually a giveaway if they're not
Yeah, it's
trying to
just-
change it too
It's
much.
just
yeah.
I saw the guy. I saw his body structure. I heard his voice. I was like, wait a minute. I think that's Osric Chow. And then I looked it up after I finished the episode.
The only
and it's
person
like-
on the earth who's ever said that before.
Yeah, I was
think
like,
that's Osric Chow.
yeah, and it's just
First time it's ever
Oh.
been out there.
We
I
have
looked-
one gay couple. We don't need no more gay couple. That's
There's
why
a lot
we're-
One?
of gay couples.
There
just
might be
because
two,
they're close
well-
doesn't mean they're gay.
Well, wouldn't the Vulcan president and Saru be like a gay couple?
No,
Well, what's the
He's-
statement?
is he-
They're completely different species. So, are they making the statement that it's the genital differences that make it a hetero versus homo or
how
whatever?
are we
what kind
back
of O
on
is
this
this?
conversation?
Oh,
Well, because
I'm losing
he
my
is
mind here.
he is officially a male in his species. Although I don't know if he's ready to wait 7 years for mating season for her
When
to
his
get
dick
Randy,
hatches.
So.
Dick.
Is that
Every
part of
seven-
the thing that
His-
fell off?
Yeah.
and-
His dick comes out his ears.
Every 7 years, little things come out of his ears with bells, and then his dick comes out, opens up the top, and it hatches out another dick that he impregnates
Another
ladies
egg.
with.
It's
It's
just
like
another
it's like
egg.
it's like the fucking thing
A vibrating
coming out of
egg.
the back of his head. Oh my god. Oh my god. God damn.
Oh, Charles, you don't want to know what they do with those things that come out of the back of his head. You don't
they
want to
basically
know.
they basically become a pube comb.
Worse.
Do they have any books like that that are like the different sexes and the
50
Star
Shades
Trek
of
Kama
Kelpian.
Sutra?
I don't think they think that far in marketing.
I wouldn't doubt it. At least fan fiction and
Yeah, maybe a fan fiction somewhere.
unauthorized bullshit on Amazon. I mean, you got books about boofing Bigfoot. And boofing
yeah.
means when somebody hides something in their butt. So I don't even understand the title of that book. You can hide Bigfoot in your butt. That's
Bigfoot's
not
in your
logical.
butt?
I mean, it's
See,
like
but
Ryan
that's
Jones
science
and
fiction.
Jackass sticking the car up his ass.
That's abominable.
A Bigfoot, yeah. A Bigfoot's larger than a car, Charles. A toy car.
Toy car.
Anyway.
So you're earlier. So you're talking about plot armor. I think that's what Q's going to be for Picard. I think because technically Q can just change him right back into a human. I mean, if he changes the timeline that the Borg never came, all of a sudden none of that happened, and is Data still alive? Like, I don't. Are they just going to pull a whole crazy
what I
thing
got-
like that?
From what I got of the Picard trailer for season 2 is that Q shows up. Picard behaves the way he normally does around Q, basically saying that he's too old to deal with Q's bullshit. And Q decides to, snap his fingers and turns the Federation into a totalitarian regime and basically being oppressive and evil and all that. And so
So
Picard
basically, the mirror universe.
and
So
team
we're getting my wish.
Picard and team end up going back into the past during the 21st century and try to stop it from ever happening.
Bro, I mean, I watched Star Trek 4. I don't need no more time travel.
No, I always need it. I like that idea. But how does this affect?
I
let
don't
us
mind
say,
the time forward.
It won't affect Strange New Worlds, but how would a time travel alteration in Picard change the world in which Discovery exists? Would it at all?
It would have.
Oh.
Well,
See,
I mean,
that's the problem.
I don't
Like-
actually. I think in order to alleviate that, what Q is going to be doing in Picard is going to be only isolated to Picard because
Like a simulation to him.
because not simulation. It's all happening very real. It's just by the end of season 2 of Picard, Q is going to undo all of it.
Well,
So at the end of the day, it's not going to matter anyway.
it might be like the end of Next Generation, where it changes back, but Picard has to figure out how it all fits together,
And I think they're
how
going
he
to do
needs
that
to
again.
use all the people he has to get it all right and things like that. Because
Yeah,
in those last episodes of Next Generation, the jumping forward and in the middle and then back, I mean, that was just great writing right there. I love that series of episodes.
Yeah.
And you haven't really seen Next Generation all the way through, though, have you?
I never even made it to the halfway point of season 1.
I thought you
That's
didn't make
right.
it through the first half of the first episode.
All right, so according
But,
to Wiki,
Far point.
Discovery is only getting 13 episodes. So
Counter.
next
13,
week will be the season finale. No, it says March 17th.
Yeah,
so they're
yeah.
gonna
There's
take
two
a
more.
week off.
Oh, now you're bothering me. Now I
So,
gotta look
also
that up.
Strange New Worlds. I heard you say something about Jim. I heard you say something about you didn't like episodic. The idea of it being episodic.
I don't love it because how much I like what's going on in Discovery. I'm hooked. I just
Discovery's
want more
episodic.
and more.
No, it's not.
No, it's serialized.
Is an
It's
overarching-
episodic, but with the season having its own arc.
It's
Yeah.
serialized. That's basically being serialized. Episodic is where each individual episode is self-contained and there is no overarching story.
Oh, that's gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
And Next Generation kind of did that. They would have maybe some sort of little thing that
They would have
threaded
a
it all together.
multi-episode arc, but it would all be contained to that. So like a part 1, part 2, part 3. While it wouldn't be a story that stretches out over the course of the entire season.
And then
That's
Deep
good.
Space Nine really started to work more into that. It was episodic, but it was also serialized. You
Yeah,
learned
what-
so
what-
much about the politics and
Yeah,
all that
once-
stuff as you go through.
Once they got to the Dominion War, it went all in for the serialized stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, nearly
And that's
every
when they started
episode,
getting used to it.
Yeah, that's when, and nearly every single episode had something to do with the Dominion War every time.
And I gotta
Let me
say
ask you
this.
Lucas.
Let me just say this real quick. My opinion is basically changed now. I'm actually getting excited to see what they're gonna do with the episodic adventures instead, because I just wanted
Well-
it personally for my love. But yeah,
I bet you it'll only
There's
last
also-
one season like that, and then they'll go serialized.
I think an episodic thing would work best for Strange New Worlds because that's what the original series did. The original
And it wouldn't
series-
mess with any of the other timeline stuff.
Mhm.
Mm.
I think going
Although,
episodic.
what's really
I'm
What's really
sorry
cool
to
about
interrupt,
it-
but we have 3 episodes left. Tomorrow is 11, then 12, and 13.
oh yeah,
Tomorrow's
yeah, it was
11?
only 10.
Oh, I thought last week was 11. My bad.
Owen?
Now, would you prefer it to be all out at once and you could binge it, or you like this week to week shit?
Well, for an
I like week to
episode,
week.
for an episodic show, I think week to week is better. While with a serialized show, binging is better.
Oh, I always love having that time just to think about it a little bit. I mean, not
Let
that
it live
I
in
would
your
think about it
head,
too much.
you know?
A
Oh,
little,
after I
and you
watch it,
could,
it doesn't live in my head. I'm on to the next show.
well, that's like Breaking Bad. I watch Breaking Bad week to
Oh, we
week
watched
from the
that week
time
to
it
week. But,
started.
oh my god,
Yeah, but
watch that
Wasn't
shit
it
as a
fun?
binge. That
it's
bitch-
different. It's
fire.
different when you watch it as a
It's
binge.
different.
It's not as it wasn't as suspenseful. Everything that I have binged that I watched first weekly is just kind of just ran through in the binge. So
No, but see, you want to know something? The binge style made Dexter final
That's another
three
one.
seasons more bearable.
okay, you know what? You might be right about that. You absolutely might be right about that. But there were so many moments of Dexter that I remember being so like they weighed on me so much. Like, oh my God, did Deb find out about him behind that curtain? What's happening? And then it's just like when you watch it in the binge, it's like here she is behind a curtain, and then you know what happened right away. So we had like fucking months to wait on that. So space is good. Space, the final frontier. See, we tied it back to Star Trek. We circled back. Now you see that tied it into the.
But time's
Now,
really the final.
I do
What
have
else
a,
are you
I
into,
do.
Lucas?
What's that?
What else are you into besides Star Trek, Breaking Bad?
S&M.
Oh, stuff like that.
I don't care about that.
I kind
Bondage.
of fell off of watching a lot of stuff. I got to be honest. I don't know. I'm a musician, so I kind of focus on my music more. You know what I mean? And now that I have, I have 4 kids now, so I really don't get much time to do a lot of stuff like that.
TV watching.
Yeah.
Jiminy Crickets. 2
You
kids
gotta break
destroyed
those
my
kids
testicles.
in, man. Sit down and we're watching this.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
actually, my
golden
oldest just
TV,
said,
baby.
"Hey, I think I like Star Trek a little bit. I want to start watching." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, we'll get you in." He's 7, so we'll get him started.
Oh my Lord! 4 at that age, from
Yeah.
0 to 7, whatever age they are. That's
Yeah.
Use are some busy people like Tribbles. I circled it back.
Well, I am Mexican, so. eh.
Mexican and Asian.
Well, Mexicans are technically Asians if you look
No, they're
far
not.
back
No,
enough.
Is that
There was a land bridge, right?
No.
That's when the
Indian.
dinosaurs were there, and everyone knows dinosaurs aren't real.
Mexicans
birds.
and Indians go far back.
So, one thing I was going to say about the episodic thing, what's nice about it is people can submit screenplays.
Told you he was into Oh,
You can actually,
really? Oh, like spec
I mean, that's what
scripts,
they
you
use-
mean?
yeah.
Like, yeah, back in the
people
day,
have-
but
Will they do that now?
that's what I'm saying. is the
I can
galactic
say,
barrier is tight now, I think.
I can say that they will not do that.
No.
No, that's not
Because
going to
anything
happen.
you send in, if they use anything, they'll go, "Oh, yeah, I sent a
It's-
script in, and then they used part of it." And it could be anything,
That's not the issue here. The issue is because they think that anything that these amateur screenwriters come up with is automatically shit.
I know why they're
So-
doing this. I just realized.
So they won't even give it a second look. They'll say like, "Oh, look, a new screenplay from some random unknown person." Toss it.
What
into
if
the
it's
garbage
good?
pail.
What if it's really good?
They're
Well,
not
you got
going
to
to give
go
it the
through
time
an
of day.
agent and
I'll put it to you like this: Strange New Worlds has 3 episodes.
blow
If I don't like the
3
first 3 episodes,
Klingons.
I'm just not gonna watch it.
3 episodes,
Not
huh?
gonna
I'll
give
probably
me-
go all the way through.
If it's not giving me an
Oh, yeah.
arc to build like something around it, I'm not gonna care.
Well, you
I
know
don't-
why though?
Care for weekly missions? Fuck that.
I can
That's
see
fine.
that.
But
I can
because
see
of
where
that,
that.
I don't think you're going to like it. I think you're going to be done after
Yeah, probably
episode 1. That's what I think.
Well, how that's not possible.
I don't mind if you're doing week to week, but build an arc to where, okay, you started here, but you're still doing other little things to get to here to tie it up. And even if there's a cliffhanger at the end, that you play it into season 2 while you're closing that and starting the next one. See, I like that. If you're not giving me that, then you're gonna lose me.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
just like that kind of style. I mean,
they
that's
they
the way it
But
is.
may
that's
That's
what
why you don't
television
like the
today is
original.
now.
this whole thing with the whole episodic stuff with Strange New Worlds may just be an experiment. They may be testing the waters to see if people will click with it and they'll like it. And if they don't, and if people go on social media and say, hey, this is terrible, do something different, they'll probably end up backtracking on that and go back to a more serialized
You
story.
know
Like
that though.
Enterprise.
I hate that though, because in a way, I mean, nowadays the writers just go, oh well, people don't like it, so let's just change it.
But they would
It's
have
kind
to
of like
change it the next season.
Yes.
it takes away some of like, no, we have a vision, and this is what we're doing, and now we have to please everybody. We can't,
Well, it's just
you
sticking
know.
to the vision is always a good thing, but at the same time, it is a risky move
But see, that's
because
the
if
problem.
no,
What we just said
because
there.
if nobody watches the stuff that you're creating, whether it's if it's something that they're not interested in, you're not going to meet the ratings quota, and then you may not even make it to a season 2 or even a season 3.
Because you're
Yeah.
looking at it like this: these shows have to cost at least $6 to $7 million each episode to film.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They have to get a
You're
return.
I don't
on
know. There's
making-
a lot of green screen I was noticing recently watching
Regardless if
Discovery,
it's
and it's
green
kind of
screen or
fucking my
not.
brain up. I'm starting to see the difference between, okay, that's actually really a set, and everything else is
Yeah.
a green screen. It's like they'll pull up like one like half wall, and
I've
that's
talked
what's
about that
real.
before. Yeah.
Everything else is fake.
But
I
that's how
just
most
noticed
of
that.
everything is filmed now.
Yeah.
So it's got to be much
Is it-
cheaper.
But it's
Yeah.
not. That's CGI. That costs more money.
Which I think is actually hilarious that it's actually more expensive to use CGI now, even for the longest time. Practical effects were more expensive.
The
Yeah, it's
problem with
interesting.
practical is
Yeah.
that means you have to start building out sets
Yeah.
a year in advance.
Mm-hmm. With CGI, you don't have to
get
do
ready
that.
for the season. The next
But with the
season.
technology of computer generated imaging, it's become more
Well,
and
you
more
just
advanced.
backload it, but yeah.
It's just with with CGI, it's now more advanced, which means more expensive.
I think the only sets that are like there are going to be the bridge and shit like that.
Mm,
The mess hall.
mm.
Which I saw
Oh,
pictures of the Strange New Worlds bridge. It looked, like
Maybe the
the
captain's ready
Enterprise,
room
but
as
updated.
well.
So, but you know, that's my thing. I'll give it a shot, but like I said, if it's going to be something like that, I probably won't last.
To be honest, I think the
No.
only Star Trek show of this new Star Trek shows that I'm not gonna watch is gonna be Prodigy, because I don't watch kids
You
show.
can tell it's more centered towards
Wow.
kids, being that it's on Nickelodeon.
What are you, a
Yeah,
baby
but no,
or
I just
something?
I don't watch kids shows. I don't.
Fucking baby.
You some kind of bubble blowing baby?
Well, I'll probably watch it. I got kids, so I don't mind.
The only
Well,
thing that
that's
would kind of
different.
the only thing that would kind of interest me in it is the fact that Kate Mulgrew has come back to play Janeway.
Yeah, but basically as like
Yeah.
a training program, hologram AI
Like a
or some shit
hologram.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She
If
don't
I
care.
could
She
get-
getting paid.
If I could
Yeah.
get my youngest son to watch it, I would watch it. But otherwise,
yeah. Get them to watch Lower Decks. I'm kidding.
Oh, what the hell! I took my 4-year-old at the time to go watch Team America. You know. I
Oh
was
my
a bad
god.
dad.
Oh my god.
So
Just-
Picard drops in a couple hours?
Was that?
Mannequin love
In a
scene.
couple-
Fucking serious.
Discovery.
That first episode of the
Oh,
second
Picard.
season drops in like a couple hours now?
301.
3:01 a.m. Huh? All right. Yeah. Fuck that. I'm not staying up that late.
No, I'll watch it tomorrow.
So
Yeah,
tomorrow morning there will be a Discovery and a Picard waiting for me.
Yes.
Ooh.
See, tomorrow for me, I got Bel Air, Picard, Snowfall, Discovery.
How is
Think of-
Bel Air?
If you watch the original was more comedic.
Mhm.
This
Oh, yeah,
one
yeah.
is more drama, which I like because it's real life grounded drama.
In the 90s, so.
No,
Oof.
it's not no 90s. It's like this
Oh, it's
day and
now?
age.
Okay.
The first episode kind of threw me off because of the lingo, but then I had to think, well, that's probably Philadelphia lingo, and that's why it just sounds weird because I'm not up north and I don't know it. But other than that, I like the drama element that it's bringing. So
All right.
and it has that whole overarching arc.
Oh, that you love. Yes, yeah. Well, yes, I'm excited for these episodes. Can't wait to see what happens. And we'll probably break them down at the next show. I don't know. You need to go to bed, Lou?
Well, we did say an
He
hour.
doesn't look like his gummies. Wait, before we wind completely down, let me just say this about the.
Oh, the gummy hasn't
I
kicked
figured
in
out about the episodic why they're really doing it, because that allows this
Oh, yeah.
series to go on for seasons and seasons. Because you know what I'm saying. If you're not really giving it a timeline, because they only have a short space to deal with before Kirk gets there, which I fucking want.
That's true. That's true.
That would be the season finale.
As out of curiosity, actually no. Stranger Worlds takes place right after season 2 of Discovery. So that's
And then let me
sti-
tag on after that. I just realized something else.
That's still 10 years before the original series. So Kirk
Really?
is
Huh.
still not going to show up. I don't think he's going to show up in the season 1 finale. I don't think he's going to show up in the season 2 finale.
But I have
Well,
a theory.
You could map out. Okay, we
We
want
both
to do
did
5 or
this.
6 seasons, and then the series finale would be Kirk taking the chair.
Yeah, but was he even first officer when Pike was still captain?
That's what I was going to say. Was
Yeah. I
he
think he is
brought
at
in
one
after
point.
Pike? Or was he in,
was
a commander,
Well,
was
the movie-
first officer?
The J.J. Abrams movie had him there with Pike, where he kind of snuck on the ship through Doc.
He was
Well, yeah, that's in the
recruited-
other.
He was recruited by Pike.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in the other universe, but they're bringing that back to Paramount Plus 2 with a 4th movie with that cast. So that was the tag on I was going to say. With them doing that and this series that would eventually lead into Kirk, perhaps that would be the Kirk. Pike.
The question is,
Chris Pine.
I don't
Right?
think
Chris Pine is who
if-
plays Kirk.
They can't
if-
mix.
don't
They
use him.
can't mix.
If Kirk
Oh.
shows up in Strange New Worlds, it's going to be a new actor, guaranteed.
Yeah, just like Spock.
Yeah,
If
but
they
do you
were gonna
like this
keep-
new
if you-
Spock?
if they were
I
gonna-
don't care for this.
I hated him
if-
with the beard. I like his face.
If
in
they
this
were
stupid
going to have it
mountain.
connected to the Kelvin timeline, which is the J.J. Abrams movies, they would have cast Zachary Quinto as Spock. They would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they can afford him now for all that stuff.
No.
So
No.
Well,
Oh,
who
no,
would
because
who
he
would
ain't
play
doing
him in the Kelpian timeline?
You mean the Kelvin timeline?
No, I mean the
Kelpian.
Kelpian. Who would play
We
him in
already
that?
have an actor playing Spock. I can't remember his name.
Ethan Pecker. Just Peck.
Did you? You know what? No, from now on, his name is Ethan Pecker.
You want to eat some pecker?
all right. Well,
All
This
right,
was fun.
if we're doing this next week, it would have to be the same day. 'Cause
We need a theme song.
next week.
Okay.
I'm out of town.
Well, shows usually happen on the same day, but we'll talk about that after the show program.
thank you everybody for listening. If there's anyone out there, live long
Hey,
and prosper.
hopefully the in-house.
Yeah,
water-
I can't do
look
that
at
at all.
this. Since you called into them, I can't do that, but I can do
Called into what?
Oh,
in hot
I-
water.
oh, damn it! Too bad I didn't have that uploaded. I could have ended with, since we don't have a theme song, we'll have to ask Bruce to create another wonderful ditty that's gonna get stuck in our brains.
Is he the one who made that fucking morning show theme song?
Yeah,
Yes,
time.
we were
I
already
hate
talking
that
about
fucking
that.
thing. I skip it. You and your fucking music intros, I hate them. Jerry!
that's the worst. But
Oh, fuck that dumb cunt.
Well, I guess